Hi everyone! Thank you so much for clicking on another one of my videos. If this is your first time, hi, my name is Emmy. I am married and I have two beautiful children. This channel is all about my family's journey in getting out of over $200,000 worth of debt. I like to post videos about our budgeting journey by showing you our monthly budgets, paycheck budgets, digital cash stuffing, and like today, show you a little bit of our side hustle income. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please leave me a like and subscribe so that way you don't miss any of my future videos. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for joining. Okay, today's video is all about my side hustle income. This side hustle that I have is a little bit different from other people's side hustle videos. You can find a lot of YouTube videos out there where people talk about how they sell things on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Some people have Etsy shops, or even they make money using Google AdSense. Their YouTube channels are making them money. But for me, my side hustle income is a small baking business that I have. I am employed full-time and I work from home for an insurance company. But on the side, I like to bake cakes and cookies and cupcakes and things like that for different events such as birthdays, baby showers, and weddings. A couple of people in my comment section had asked to see some pictures of the goodies that I make, so I'll leave them up here, maybe over there, maybe here, maybe over there. I'll leave some pictures of some of the things that I have made this month, just, I don't know, because you guys are interested. So I wanted to share some of my side hustle income with you guys, just so you know where that income is coming from whenever I share my budget with you all. If this is something that's interesting to you, please let me know so I can keep making videos like this. I got a lot of good feedback with my April side hustle video, so that's why I'm making one for May. Anyway, so let's just get right into it. Okay, I zoomed you in a little bit so hopefully you can see. I did create this income tracker myself. So going through each one of these, I like to keep my customers' information private. So I do just label all of my orders using the invoice number that I give my customers. And so this month I had quite a few orders of varying prices. What I have written down is the quote that I give each of my customers, and some of them choose to leave a tip. It's not required to tip me, but if they do leave a tip, I mark that here. So then if there's a change in what they actually pay me from the quote I gave them, I write the actual amount here. So for example, invoice number 16, I quoted them $38. They tipped me $1, so it was a total of $39. A big difference between this month's income tracker and April, after reading a couple of the comments, which thank you guys so much for your lovely suggestions and all of those comments from my April side hustle video. If you missed it, you should check it out right up there. What we decided to do, or what I decided to do with the help of you guys, is I'm going to take home 25% of the quote amount and then add the tips to that. So I just multiply the quote amount times 0.25, and then I add whatever tip I get, and that's my total take-home pay. I hope that makes sense. So right here, this is my total take-home for all of my invoices. For taxes, I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be charged for taxes. A lot of people on YouTube, they estimate anywhere between 20% to 30% for their taxes. So that's why I thought 25 was somewhere in the middle. So I put away 25% of the actual amount because I will be taxed for whatever it is I bring in. So 25% of actual is what I'm putting away for taxes. And then for supplies, that would be any money that's left over. So that means the actual amount minus my take-home pay, minus my taxes, that's what's left over, and that's what I have to play with to purchase supplies for my baking business. The expense column is what I actually spent for each of these orders. Some of these expenses are not order specific. It's just what I happen to spend during that time period. So for example, invoice number 16, I spent $53.89, but it was not only for invoice number 16's stuff. If it was, as you can see, I would have gone in the negative for that order, and that's not good. But I spent the $53.89 for the next couple of orders here, and that just kind of, it lasted me throughout the next few orders. I did have someone leave a comment saying that I really need to crunch the numbers and work out how much it costs for each of my individual items. For example, like if I make 24 cupcakes, how much flour is used for 24 cupcakes? Then I can figure out unit prices, I guess. But since I'm such a small business and I don't really sell that much, I didn't really think it was worth my time. But now with the price increases happening, like butter and eggs are so expensive right now. I really think for June, I really need to start itemizing and figuring out unit prices. So that way I can get a better idea of the actual expense of the order instead of writing what it is that I spent during that time frame. I really should be keeping track of the expenses per order. I hope that makes sense. If you're not a baker or a small business owner, maybe this doesn't make sense at all, but it makes sense to me. Okay. So what I'm going to do with you today is go through and show you how much we actually made. So quotes right here. If I tally up everything I quoted for the month of May, I was expecting to make $563, which is awesome. In tips, I made $21, which is great, which means in actual, it should be this amount plus 21, which is $584. Now my take-home pay, again, is 25% of the quote plus my $21 in tips. So I got to take home $161.75 for the month of May, which is great because I had a goal to make $150 or to take home $150 for May. So I surpassed my goal. Yay, me. All right, taxes is 25% of the actual. Move my calculator over here. So that is $146. And the supplies, this was whatever is left over. $276.25. It's what I spent, or what I have left to put in supplies, but I spent a lot of money during May. Not only did I spend money for each of my individual orders, but I also, because I knew I was going to be making a lot this month, I went ahead and made some additional purchases for my business. So I bought a cake pop stand to help with the drying process of the cake pops that I was making this month. And I also bought a couple of cake pop boxes, goodness, say that 5 times fast, in order to help deliver the product in a much nicer way, because I wasn't making too many cake pop orders, so I would just deliver any cake pop order I had in like a cake box. But I found these really nice boxes where you could actually have the cake pops stand up, and they look really nice. So I bought those in bulk. And then I also bought a couple more supplies that I was running low on, like piping bags, piping tips, and other boxes for cakes and cupcakes. So all of that cost a pretty penny, and they were just extra expenses that were not order specific, but things that I needed, and that's what this huge expense was for. Anyway, so tallying up all those expenses, I spent $269.86, which is not good because out of what was made, that means I can only deposit a little bit into my supply account. I can only deposit $6.39 into my supply account. And that's, like I said, because I had to stock up on a lot of supplies. It's okay because I already have a lot of money in my supply account, but I just wish that I could add more than just $6. Hopefully June will be another good month and I can replenish it with some more supply money. And because I stocked up on a lot of supplies that I needed, hopefully I won't have to spend too much in June. So a couple of things I wanted to show you. Invoice number 18, because I have dashes through here, this was actually a donated item. You may remember from one of my previous videos that I talked about a school fundraiser that my husband had. It was a bingo night, and so I donated some cakesicles for the bingo night, and it was raffled off. So it was a $40 value, the treats that I made, and it was a donation towards my husband's school. So even though I didn't quote or make any money there, I did want to note that because that is important to note for tax purposes. And everything else is pretty much standard. So overall, I think it was a pretty good month. Really nice side hustle income. Thank you so much again for all of your love and support. We really appreciate all of your views, your comments, your likes. It really, really encourages me to keep going. That was the whole purpose of this channel, is to be held accountable and to keep going, and you guys have done that. I love you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Until then, bye guys.